a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day. It's a finally fantastic, maybe just a little freaky Friday. That means my partner in crime from Salem Crossing. I have Erin with us. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
And we do have to set up a little bit straighter. In the hot seat this morning, we do have our own mayor of the city of Salem, Justin Green. Good morning, Mayor.
Well, good morning, ladies.
Everything's looking so green outside.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
We are full in the summer. Yay.
Sure enough.
Well, actually, after the 4th, summer's over, right?
It's spooky season back
It's
on.
right. She's ready to jump. Yeah.
Seriously?
If you put her and Brad Gilbert in the same room, they probably would tangle, because Brad will hold on to summer. I mean, he's going to take summer till December.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, there's palm trees somewhere in December, and she's ready to jump on the bandwagon of the Halloween, and she's ready to go fall.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can quite.
Yeah, I know.
That.
Erin gets a little excited about it.
There's not very many of us, but that's okay.
That's right. Well, you do see, over at Walmart, they're clearing out all of the lawn and garden.
I know.
And they're getting ready for the moms and everything,
Yeah.
and back to school
Back
shopping.
to school's out.
Yeah. And all of that exciting.
Right.
Yeah. So you can see that. Yeah.
True.
But I do want to hold on to summer a little bit longer too.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Definitely. Especially this beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Right. Erin, do you have our sponsors over there?
Yep.
All right.
We have Meadowview, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors. Very proud of our sponsors. Today is the 12th day of July. We're getting sandwiched in the middle of the month. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Already here.
This is Collector Car Appreciation Day. Ooh, cars are your thing. You like those.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Collector Car Appreciation Day. So Erin and I are going to buy you a car. Any car you want. Collector car. What, Erin, do we have that in the budget?
Do I have to narrow it down to one?
Yeah. That's all we can do. We can only give you one, okay? What would be that one car?
I don't know. There's just so many. The last one I looked at very seriously was a 1970 Buick Wildcat. And I give a lot of thought to making a bid on that car, and I talked myself out of it.
What is a Wildcat car?
So it's a two-door, kind of got the same body style you might say as a Chevelle, but in a Buick version, the Wildcat.
Okay.
Yeah.
A certain color?
This one was red with a black top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good looking car.
Well, good luck with that, Mayor.
So you're saying that's not it?
No, I'm sorry, we can't do it.
Okay.
Erin, do you have
that's
a certain
budget?
Yeah, I know. Sorry. What about you, Erin? Do you have a certain car you?
I know nothing about cars. That is one thing I have no idea about. I gotta call somebody else when something's wrong with mine. I don't think I need another one.
I understand it. I'm not really that good on them either. There is, for some reason, I don't know why, the old-fashioned, is it called the Stingray? I don't know what that thing. I never liked it years ago, but for some reason that's got
your attention.
That would make me turn my head.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Is that a good car?
Sure, Corvette. Yeah.
Yeah, Corvette. Would that be a two-seater? Yeah.
My uncle has an old Dodge Charger that's really nice, but other than that, I have no idea.
Those are kind of cool. Those are really cool. The Dodge Chargers. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
What was like the years that like you felt like they really made really good cars?
Oh, I think the most argument everybody makes is the late 60s, early 70s. You know, when you talk muscle cars, it's kind of the thick of it.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and it's amazing how many actually folks in our community that's got really collector cars in those garages.
Yeah, we've got a lot. We've got a lot sitting around.
Yeah, a lot of hidden gems there.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so Collector Car Appreciation Day. I think it's, I'm trying to think of some of the celebrities. There's a lot of celebrities, too, that's got some of the collector ones, too.
Yeah. Jay Leno's a big
Jay
fan.
Leno, that was who I was thinking of.
Big collector.
Yeah, for sure. Different Colored Eyes Day. There's an actual name for that. Like when you have, you know, like I've seen dogs, like, or cats where they've had different colored. Yeah.
I had a friend in school that had 2 different color eyes.
Yeah.
Something with a pigment or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what
Very
it was.
unique.
But she had one brown eye and one blue eye.
Yeah.
And her pupils were shaped differently too.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. All right. Etch-a-Sketch Day. Mayor, did you have an Etch-a-Sketch?
Sure did. No, I don't.
Not anymore.
Don't have a box that's
We're gonna draw up the plans for the city here on this Etch-a-Sketch. Can you imagine?
Don't bump the table.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if somebody falls or something gets bumped, everything's gone.
Would you please just do that for fun? I mean, you ought to just take one into the meetings and just, you know, I mean, just for fun.
Here's my laptop.
Yeah, here's my. I would just mess with them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just a little.
Pull it out of a briefcase.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
I think that would be great. Yeah.
Cameron had a really good idea with an Etch-a-Sketch one time. He found mine from whenever I was a kid. Because he went into my old room at my mom's house when he was a toddler. And my stepdad had built an old toy box that we had toys and stuff in, and I had an Etch-a-Sketch in there. Cool. And he kept it for years. And when he got older, he said, Mom, you know how, like, if you save a document on a computer, you can save it forever? He was like, wouldn't it be cool if Etch-a-Sketch saved them as documents and then you had all your kids' Etch-a-Sketches?
Oh, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, yeah. I remember like trying so hard to, you know, I mean, and sometimes it wouldn't go the direction I wanted it to go, or had a weird line going out of my building.
That's what I was going to say. It's all one line.
There's no erase.
Yeah, exactly. Must have been the fire escape or something I had. I don't know.
Yeah, too bad.
I was safety before safety was cool, right? Yeah. I guess, I don't know. National Eat Your Jell-O Day. Mayor, do you eat Jell-O?
Now, Becky, you know better than that. Oh, I could tolerate some of it.
Yeah. What about you? It's not one of those things that's on my radar.
No.
It's a texture thing.
It's just like, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that do, you know. It's a, hang on, I don't even know how to say this. It's a drink day. Is it MICHELADA day? Day, it's some kind of a drink. It looks like a little cocktail.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, look at us all. Yeah, now our ears are perked up. Forget the Jell-O.
They being delivered?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might come to our door. I don't know. Ooh, National Pecan Pie Day. Mayor, what about you? Are you in with pecan?
Not a pecan fan.
Not a pecan fan.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, what about you?
Pecan pie is my favorite dessert aside from cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really rich, but it's really good. Yeah.
We made a pecan pie cheesecake one year for Thanksgiving. It was delicious. I love pecan pie.
Yeah. Very good. Ooh, new conversations. I love new conversations, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, you probably as mayor, I mean, you meet so many diverse people. I mean, isn't it fascinating? Because I love people. And I like the different, I like everybody's, you know, their uniqueness. Isn't that, I mean, have you, since you know, taking the position as mayor, have you met some really unique people and some really cool people? And
Certainly, whether it be, just folks interacting with locally, or when I'm traveling, or they travel here.
Yeah.
There is a lot. I had a gentleman from Milwaukee this is Friday. I guess it was Wednesday that was here. And
cool.
he had a lot of interesting characteristics about him, and
Yeah.
so spent some time with him.
Right. Yeah, it's fun, especially whenever they're not from around here. You know?
Yeah.
They're not a local. What about you, Erin? Of course, at Salem Crossing, you probably meet a lot of different people. And
Oh yeah.
really cool stories, I'm sure.
That's what I was gonna say. I usually
Yeah.
get to hear really cool stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I like new conversations. I do. This is also paper bag day. Are you paper or plastic?
Prefer paper.
All right.
And I've got a little experience,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
my
Grocery
bag
store.
days at JC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there even plastic? There was just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was.
It was it was being introduced, and so that was the question.
Paper or
for
plastic?
quite a while we would have to ask, paper or
Yeah.
plastic.
So what do you feel like most people went with?
It was a toss up.
Okay.
It really was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, paper or plastic. You don't see paper bag as much
No.
anymore.
We should.
Very seldom.
Yeah. Erin, are you paper bag? Like
Paper. Whenever I went to Vermont, plastic bags are illegal.
Oh.
So when you go shopping, you get paper bags and you have to pay for them.
Yeah.
It was kind of odd to me, but once I realized why, I was like, well, we should do that,
Yeah. Simplicity Day. Mayor, what about that?
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that nice?
Yep.
Simplicity.
Less is more.
Keep saying it. Preach it. Preach it. Preach it.
Yeah.
Erin, you feel that way too?
Oh yeah, simple days are my favorite days.
Yeah, simplicity. Yeah, love that. Ooh, World Kebab Day. You like?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Me too. Any kind of kebab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any certain kind?
Is there a bad kind?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's something about meat on a stick.
Chicken, shrimp, steak,
All of the above.
all the above.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your sides, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could just eat a vegetable one too. I
Sure.
love the vegetables
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. So Wednesday we spoke with Timber. He's doing that
Oh yeah.
show. It is the coolest. So last night, and he talked about eating northern pike, and he caught it like last night. You see him, and they're so hungry. But he talked about like the flubber and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was starting to think if you put that on a stick,
Mhm.
Roasted it, you'd have to cook it for days to cook all that blubber. You know what I mean? Yeah.
A little tricky.
Yeah. Timber Cleghorn has opened my eyes. I really am thinking about that. Could I do it? I don't know. You know what I mean? There has to be some berries somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Where's the berries tree? Somebody
Yeah.
cue the berries trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I feel like, Hunger Games, remember Katniss, they would send her something.
Mhm.
Remember from the, somebody better send me a sandwich quickly. 'Cause-
Like into the
Yeah.
dome. Yeah.
Somebody better, manna from heaven, something, I don't know.
Send me an easy bake oven down here.
Well, there's always a 7-Eleven somewhere around the
Somewhere
corner.
there's got to be one
Or
on
a
the
Dollar
corner.
General.
There we go.
In
On the
today's
corner
world.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, World Kebab Day, but I love it. Something about meat on a stick. I
Yeah.
don't know, just
Yeah.
all good. You know what I
Right.
mean? Okay. So those are some different celebration days. So get out and enjoy for sure. All right, we are finally fantastic. Maybe just a little Freaky Friday, and I want to kind of go. I do want to say best of luck to Joe Walker, resigned from the county council. I want to thank him for his service and all the years that he's put in with the county council. We know how valuable that is, and we feel like, and I think Mayor, you know this, in any time you hold an office and our servant leaders, it can be a lot. So we know that everybody should be thanked for their services, and all the time when they put their name in the hat and they become a servant leader, that's pretty outstanding. So.
Absolutely, and I have said this many times. It doesn't necessarily matter the position the candidate filed for. They're all important positions. That's why they're on a ballot, and those always come with challenges.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of respect for somebody to say, okay, I want to do this. I want to try this. I think I could be a good fit. And there's a lot of things get thrown at you, and it doesn't matter what office it is. And so yes.
Right.
Appreciate everybody that goes down that road. It's a big job.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you, Joe Walker, for your service and all that you've done for the county. and wish you luck. And I know he's very busy, and he does the maintenance and the for school buses at West Washington. So I know he's very busy getting all those buses up and running, which will be here before we know it.
Yes.
So wanted to make a note on that. Also, let's find out what we got going on here in the city of Salem. Looks like we've been talking a lot about the Monon Trail. That's exciting.
It is, and there's still folks ask how that works and what the city's role is in Washington County and how it goes up and down. And, there's 58 miles in that section. And that 58-mile corridor, we're kind of in the middle, and we do have a large presence for the Monon South Trail. And, yes, next week actually is a ribbon cutting. It'll be held in Borden. And so the contractor has been awarded. Mac Construction got the contract. And as it's being laid out, they're going to start sections in each municipal area. So in that 58 miles, their idea, Borden, Pekin, Salem, Camelsburg, Saltillo, Orleans, and Mitchell will all have a segment, if you will, of usable space. And so that's kind of the forward approach in a phased finished product. And so the sections in the countryside will still be usable, but they won't have a finished look to them just yet. And so I think that's probably smart. They're going about it the best they can within their own budget.
Sure.
And so Salem's going to be a benefactor of that, Becky and Erin. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's another asset for us. We have a lot of folks who just really crave the outdoors and look for that extra adventure maybe and something to do outside. And ladies, the nice thing about this, it's another family-focused activity. Everybody can use this.
Right.
It's not just one segment. Anybody and everybody can get on this, and so it's another chance to have some fresh air and get out of the house and spend a few hours looking at some sites maybe you hadn't seen and don't realize how the old rail bed laid, and where it traveled, and so it'll be interesting.
Definitely. Well, I think it right there for them to invest back in our community and give back and make this. And I think you're right. I think getting out and for those, we see a lot of people that do walk and like to go do family things. This is one more additive that they can, a more variety that they can do. A little bit more woodsy, a little bit more outdoors.
Sure.
A little bit more, maybe if you want to call it rustic or whatever. Look, and it looks like it's going to be nice for bikes. It's
Correct.
going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be really. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to look really, really nice.
It is, and there's been a lot of planning, a lot of development behind the scenes. They've got an architect engineer firm that's laid all this out, and they've had some meetings, planning meetings, some changes, some visions that have gotten better, and so as it evolves, it's going to look very nice, and it's going to be a really user-friendly, very pedestrian-oriented. It's geared to the safety side of things, of course, and that's important. And there is a lot of crossing of roads and intersections, but this is done properly elsewhere, and there's no reason this can't be done properly here.
Right. And I think it's nice to connect the different areas that you're talking about. These are our sister communities that we can be a part of.
And so and out of that 58 miles, even further, then it does connect to another 4-mile segment in New Albany. So it does. Then if you were to go south, you can actually get on the I just lost it. The Jeffersonville New Albany connector. What's it called? The Greenway Pathway. Oh, forgive me, I forget the name of the trail. But anyway, that takes you from Jeff to New Albany.
Okay.
So you really are going to have an opportunity to cover a lot of area and a lot of communities if you so desire.
Those thrill seekers, right?
Is it the Green Belt? Am I thinking that?
I'm
Pardon me,
remember.
I'm saying it wrong. But anyways.
Yeah, but the area, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they've worked really hard on this, and we know that anytime, it takes a long time for everybody to kind of get the ideas together and to get the game plan and we know, of course, to draw up the plans and how you want to do it and what would be best for everybody. How's it concerned? What's best for everybody involved. And
right, and you talk about time. This has went further than that. If you go back to CSX decision and were they or were they not going to finish their abandonment process?
Yeah.
And a lot of this goes back to, gosh, Becky, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
You know, it has been a long time getting all the pieces put together.
But, you know, just like anything, and just like we've seen, that anything worth like this in time, I mean, it will pay off one day.
Right.
It will be pretty awesome. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
just, again, you know, hang in there. But I think the things that that is also cool is we've got one of the railroad carts. Am I saying that right? And not, is it the
Boxcar?
boxcar?
Mhm.
Yeah, help me on my words. We're having our Friday on our Monday. I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty cool that we have that here in our community. And they were talking about all the different things that we could do with that. You know, kind of make it a museum, kind of make it an area where people, maybe some kind of Wi-Fi. I mean, there's like so many different ideas. They haven't come up with what they're going to do 100%. But we saw it got sandblasted.
Right.
It got it's really sharp looking.
Yeah, through some natural luck, you know, that boxcar was left behind as surplus inventory, and so there was an arrangement made between CSX and Radius Indiana to maintain that ownership, and so yeah, we were fortunate it got to stay, and if nothing else, it's going to be a great photo op.
Yeah.
The background there at the
yeah.
trailhead, and it'll be very nice.
Yeah. So it's a good thing that somebody didn't say, "Hey, CSX, you left something."
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
glad. I mean, I'm glad they did. You know.
And really, the way it was sitting, and it was on a separate spur, you know, it didn't connect to the current rail, if you want to call it the current rail that was there, and it would have been probably more trouble than it was worth. And
Right.
but you're right, it was glad that it worked out that way.
Yeah. It's like when somebody with a tool belt leaves something, behind.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You know, when a carpenter leaves something, okay.
Right.
Okay. Also, so that's pretty cool. So the Monon Trail, we've been talking with that, and we're going to be there in Borden. I'm going to try to get down there and cover that, and it's open to the public to come down and.
Yeah, and so that's next week, and
Tuesday.
that's a ribbon cutting for the entire 58-mile segment,
cool.
and so then there'll be some other, I think, and goodness, it's not my project, not Salem's project, so I'm not the spokesperson, but I think there'll be some other public places that there'll be some other ribbon cuttings or maybe groundbreakings. That's yet to come, but this one in Borden is the one that kind of kicks it off, and so
that's exciting.
Yeah, and that'll be really nice. And a lot of things are coming from that. You know, there's a lot of opportunity then outside that trail bed, if you will, for all the communities. Some economic opportunities, some quality of life opportunities. You know, you may want to add some other features, and so it has turned into an opportunity for much more to come.
Love that, for sure.
We've got two projects we're benefactors from, quite frankly. If I could go to that.
Oh, let's segue right on in. Go right ahead.
I've had a few folks say, well, is there a new addition in the cemetery? And we cut a little pathway and installed some gates, and it's a little tongue-in-cheek, a little bit of bad humor. It's not a new section for burials by no means, but what it is an opportunity for us as a city to have access to some additional property of ours. And with CSX going through, that rail went through between the cemetery and the wastewater plant. We couldn't access either property if we needed to get back for a second use, a second road, if you will. And so now that CSX is gone and we do have the availability to cross, Radius Indiana, who does own it, says, yes, that's fine. If you guys would like to build your access road and marry up to our plans, and we'll allow that. So that's been a great blessing. We did not have a second way into the wastewater treatment plant lagoons. If we ever needed a way in for maintenance, for an emergency, especially the way the river flows, we had no way over there safely all these years without crossing maybe some neighboring properties, some private property, certainly. So now we have a second way in, and so that was a nice addition. Sure. You know, it doesn't really serve any purpose other than if we ever need it.
Right.
But now is the time to do it. Right. And so that's a great little addition that was just kind of dumb luck. Just kind of happened. The other one does affect a lot of people, and it's something that I think is going to be a great project. Those of us who have traveled Elizabeth Street from Market to Highway 56, we all know when we approach the rail and Walnut Street, we got this crazy dogleg turn. Well, ladies, that is going away. So we are actually very soon working on a street project that will take that dogleg out and make more of a sweeping approach, and at the same time widen Elizabeth in some spots that's kind of tight. So that's a pretty popular cut through when you're going on the east side of town to the south side of town, and so a very worthy project. We have 2 lots that used to have some deteriorating homes on that were removed a few years ago, so the properties there were ready to go ahead and move forward with that project, and that was one that we've had in the hopper a little bit and wanted to make sure the fair was done and not alleviate or not tie up traffic and using that road. So now that's getting ready to start, and that'll be really nice.
That's exciting. And if you kind of go back, the houses there really took a beating with the flood. You know,
those two, had
yes,
some.
so those, that street was underwater. Remember, that's when the boat came with the. I've never seen a boat with a propeller it was like a police boat or a rescue boat,
fan boat
going down our streets. It was like. That was a visual I'll never forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so those houses had really, really got a lot of hit hard, if you will. So this is going to be exciting and definitely different for all of us locals, that have had to take that turn and, this is going to be nice and kind of, and it's going to kind of just shoot out the
so kind of visualize, if you will, Elizabeth making more of a straight journey.
Okay.
Instead of that sharp angled S that was built just strictly to accommodate the rail.
Right.
And so all those years we just had to accommodate our street around the rail, and so now that's no longer necessary. And so once again asked permission and had some meetings with Radius Indiana. And they said, that sounds like a great project. You want to get started before we come through with the trail, get your part done. And so, it's a good opportunity, great opportunity.
Yeah. But you know how many of us have sat there whenever the railroad was going, and you wait for that, you wait for the train to go by. I can remember sitting there waiting,
Seemed like hours.
I know, yeah. And if you're at one end, you'd see it coming, and then the other end, you're gonna. I mean, it was, those are just great memories. But
sure,
for sure. But this is going to be really nice, and especially for those instead of taking that turn, trying to take that turn. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
And and it makes it a little more safe. I can only imagine. There's been a number of mirrors slapped over the years.
Oh.
It's a little tight, a little narrow, and
absolutely. Or if you get too close to the track, it's like you try to back up, and there's somebody right there on your bumper.
Oh, right.
Been there, done that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, well, that's exciting, and that's going to be good. And we've talked this week. We went over and looked at the elementary school, which I want to talk about that too, because what a blessing for our Brady Shrum Elementary School, getting the new playground equipment and safety, and what a blessing then for the city to partner up with the school corporation and work together with this. This is.
It
awesome.
was. Appreciated the phone call. Matt Gorman and I had some conversations about what plans were ahead for Brady Shrum Elementary, and we did. We worked well together, and there's some pieces there that I think we can use very easily other places, and so a little recycling never hurts.
Yeah.
Gosh, goes a long way. And so yes, the school was obviously needing that upgrade. When I walked over and did a visual, it was time.
Yeah.
So good for you guys at the school system. Brady Shrum, those kiddos deserve that. So that's going to be a good project.
Well, and it worked out wonderful because it helped save the money.
Yeah.
I think almost $50,000, give or maybe even more.
So.
Saved the school money.
Yeah.
But then also, like you said, recycled, which I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing that equipment away, being used other places throughout our community.
Yeah.
How wonderful, and especially some of that stuff we played on.
Sure.
It's kind of cool to see it. And then you go back and then this is also being a public school. This this playground and area is also open to the public.
Right.
Not during school hours, but like after school hours, like if you want to go and you want to let your children play, or if you want to have there is even a picnic area if you want to have a picnic. I mean, this is like pretty cool for our community. Anytime, public school, like with our safe rooms, I mean, this is part of our community, that one more asset, one more thing to do,
Exactly. And it's there to be used,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so not to forget that.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, I do want to go back over, not during school hours.
Right.
Because that's, something very, on that. But after school hours, or, right, when they get it done next summer, they probably won't be done till closer to time to school,
Right.
But at least it'll be available for the community to go and enjoy.
Absolutely.
So this is just one more pretty cool thing.
And there again, the proximity, with the original walking trail, the
Yeah.
safe routes to school, there again, it's a quick walk, and then you've got the activity with the playground, and it's just a good pairing.
Right. And it's handicap accessible. I love that so much.
That's wonderful.
I mean, years ago, you go back and you think about, there really we didn't have this. And, someone maybe that was in a wheelchair, maybe broke their leg, or, would have to either stay inside or come out. This way they can participate and be a part. So that's pretty cool. I love that. So talk about, I like safety, I like thinking, I like learning what we can do, and making sure nobody gets left out. I love that. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, and that'll all go together, it'll all blend together there. So that's going to be great. Let's talk about, so I'm going to go a different route, and this is kind of confusing, but it might not be, but for the Crown Hill Cemetery to go natural with natural barriers, they're kind of burials, I want to say that right, burials. So kind of explain a little bit about that, maybe for those.
Well, sure. It's a little bit new and novel. There are some cemeteries elsewhere that have had a push and an interest in offering other than standard traditional burials that we all recognize as a dug pit with the concrete vault and then the casket inside the vault, and that is historically what. And I'm kind of selling that as an overview, but that's traditionally how most cemeteries operate. And so there has been some interest and changing that train of thought. And so there's a few concepts out there, and I don't want to muddy the water and intertwine them too much, because hey, ladies, that's not my expertise either. But there's some green burial definitions where it's almost as if you don't do much at all other than commit back to the dirt. And so that takes a lot of specialized issuance of permits and how you're set up, and that's not what this is. A natural burial or a hybrid is a little bit of an in-between mix, as I understand, and as we're researching and trying to move forward to some thought. The natural burial can offer some options that doesn't have quite the concrete vault. They offer a little bit more of a dome that allows more decomposing to the earth. I'm trying to be sensitive of how I say that. I'm not trying to say anything that upsets anybody. There's a way to do that with some natural materials. There's some bamboo and wicker products. There are some options of where you just have less going in, and so it takes more of an environmental approach to the burial, and it also, from a monetary standpoint, sometimes, quite frankly, maybe most of the times, is less money.
So instead of using like concrete, they would just use organic materials to bury you in.
There is that option in some of the hybrid options. Yes, yeah. And so depending on what we're looking at, yes, we got the call, the request. Would Crown Hill be an interesting place to start a section? There's enough residents here. There's enough interest here. We've got certainly enough extra ground in Crown Hill. Crown Hill is almost half, if you will, in farmland. So Crown Hill's still a large section of dirt still, and so there is room possibly to say, okay, this is our natural burial section. And so we're trying to vet that right now, ladies, and see if we could come up with a hybrid approach that could make sense, and offer that to a section, to a group of folks, and if that seems to be getting traction, maybe we take an acre or two and build from that. I think it has merit. I think if this is a process done elsewhere, and it's a legal application that the state signs off on, and then your cemetery certified to do it, well, goodness, maybe we should try it.
Yeah. So the call that was being made, was that from are other communities doing this?
We don't have anybody really, unless they're in the process like us, starting the conversation. There's nobody close to us offering this. Quite frankly, there's you got to go several counties away. It's nothing close to here that we are aware of anybody's offering.
I was wondering if there was somebody that you could talk with, a pattern of this, because
we have. You're right. There's a cemetery up north, and forgive me, I don't recall the city who has it. I want to say it's closer to Fort Wayne, South Bend, goodness, that end of the state. Okay. I don't recall, but yes, we have had conversations.
Right. And I guess did kind of tell you the positives, and maybe the where it would go positively, and I guess the downfalls and the up.
Right. And some of that's still conversation back and forth.
Exactly.
And we don't want to have a misstep here. You're right.
Right.
It's something definitely new, and so we would want to make sure we vet all those pluses and minuses, and make sure that that's our procedure. And but I think is it going to be a waiting list? No, but I think you might get 2-3 interested a year, and then as it gets more popular, it may turn into a waiting list. There may be we need another acre.
Yeah. Well, it's something at least you're taking a look at it. You know what I mean? And I think for the families that maybe have showed interest or thought about this, that's got to be very happy. They've got to be very happy that at least you're looking into it. You didn't just say, no, that's something we don't do, or we've never done it that way. Yeah. You're trying maybe something that might be a little bit more environmental friendly, maybe more economic or financially friendly, but also something that maybe families are looking, to do, maybe,
And interest change. We are human in that sense of traditional's not what everybody wants.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And sometimes that cookie cutter approach just doesn't work anymore.
Right.
And because it's always been that way doesn't mean it always has to stay that way.
Sure. Yeah. I think you have to be ready for some change, or possibly this is kind of going back. Would this not have been maybe years ago the way they used to do it, maybe? Or
Becky, I would say so. This is probably reverting to some old ways.
Yeah, at some point they probably had to.
Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't pour concrete vaults forever.
Right.
No, Now, think is I have some concrete on my wagon back here.
Yeah.
Okay. And my horse just pulled.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think I
Sure.
don't think that was said. I don't think we had that. No. I'm thinking that this is, something maybe, So is there was it a family that contacted
Pardon me,
you?
one of the local funeral homes had actually gotten a few calls asking, and
if that's a possibility.
And so as the ball started rolling, those conversations were, this is an interesting thought. I don't know that it's wrong. So
right.
Yeah.
You just to see the possibility.
Yeah.
Well, it might be something that catches on. It might be something that other communities start doing too. Because I'm sure that that everybody is in the, sometimes we all have the same, I guess, questions or thoughts, so that's definitely but it's not anytime soon. We're just kind of looking.
If I was to tell you a time frame, you're right. We would have to change our city ordinance to allow such a thing, and we've not got to the point where we've got a final draft yet.
Okay.
So, I would think it probably be another 2 or 3 months before we have a final adoption, if it looks appropriate.
Right.
That puts us October, November. So we may not this may be something that happens at 25,
Right.
but certainly to your question earlier, I would like us to get everything ironed out and make sure we didn't miss something and start slow.
Right. Sure. It makes sense. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, at least it's on the table to
Yeah.
talk about, and definitely looking into it.
Right.
And I think that speaks volume of, when somebody has a thought or something. It's nice to, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the way of the future for sure.
I like that too, because a lot of time you could just say, oh no, we're going to stick to the way we've always done things. It's easy that way. Forget it,
Yeah.
A lot of time when you ask a question, that's usually how it is. Oh no, this is how we do it. Sorry. Call someone else,
Yeah.
So it's nice that the idea is at least being thought of.
Yeah, definitely. And checked into. And you're doing your homework, talking with,
Yeah.
up north. Or,
Yeah, yeah, and those that don't, to your point, that want to stay with the traditional, then that's
Sure.
fine.
Yeah.
If that works for them, and maybe they don't have that opportunity to do something different, and because there is some paperwork, there is some extra steps, and once we figure out what those are and finalize that procedure, okay, fine, we've got the staff to do that, but maybe a small cemetery doesn't.
Sure.
Goodness,
Right.
some of that just by default.
Right.
Sure. Very interesting. All right, let's talk about, there was a error in the water bill. Let's just kind of explain a little
Sure,
bit about
goodness,
that.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. I was going to ask if I could mention that real quick. Technology is great, ladies. We all own a lot of electronic devices, and you communicate around the world now with how technology and computers and internet is all tied together, and we all live that life. And so sometimes there are hiccups, and so we experienced one with our current billing cycle with our software provider who prints the actual monthly statement of the current usage. So long story short, we collect the data here locally off of the digital radios that are in the meter pits, and so then that gets forwarded to the vendor who has the software to print and mail then the actual statements to the end user. And so somewhere between their receiving and going to the printer, it did not click. Don't want to go so far to say it was just computers crashing, but maybe it just, hey, my computer at City Hall crashed 2 weeks ago, so it does happen.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, that's the world we live in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Long story short, so this is the 12th. Bills are due on the 18th of each month, and then that's in city ordinance. So
Right.
that's not going to get to your mailbox in time to make your 18th payment. So goodness, yes, please, all the end users for the City of Salem utilities, there will not be a late fee or a disconnect for this billing cycle. We certainly recognize that's not any of the user's fault. That's an error that we just have to work through. You still owe your due amount,
Right.
but there will be no late fees
Late
or shutoffs for this billing cycle. If there are past due amounts, now certainly that's still something you owe,
Yeah.
but for the current bill that you should have tangible in your hand today, we apologize, it just didn't get to your mailbox, so it will be there shortly. This is Friday. I would think they'll start hitting tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday at the latest.
Okay. Well, it's nice to know that. Yeah, definitely. And we know things happen. I mean, every one of us at work, things, happen. So it's nice to just stay in front of it and let people
Yeah.
know that,
Yeah.
hey, this is something that's, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of an error, but yeah. And we all make errors.
Certainly.
Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I mean? Everybody has troubles.
Everybody has troubles,
Yeah,
and
it does.
this was our little turn at the computers, and so that's just, we got to work through it. You're right, and but they'll be in your mailbox shortly.
Right. Well, and I think that's doing the right thing by saying there's not going to be a late fee or nothing like that. You're making it right.
Please,
so
and
that's-
we wouldn't
Yeah.
we wouldn't feel right about that in any way, shape, or form.
Sure. Sure. Well, I think that's a little bit of, for anybody maybe that had questions or wondering on that.
You
That's
bet.
A little bit of
Yeah.
clearing up on that. So
And
for
thank
that,
you. We made that announcement Monday night when we learned there. I guess it was Monday we learned. So Monday's council meeting.
Yeah.
And thank you for covering that.
Yeah,
And so yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
as a reminder, that's right.
So let's also talk. We got some other great things. We've got Lake Salinda doing well.
Yeah.
People are enjoying that for summer. And
It is, and it's
active.
amazes me, Becky, when I drive out there. I went out there Sunday. It just, I'm always surprised, and I don't know why. I should be ready to see a parking lot full of cars every time, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't matter when I go. And there's a few kayakers, there's a few boaters, there's several fishing. There was a few just eating lunch or having a snack in the afternoon. So, yeah, Lake Celinda gets a lot of use.
Yeah, birthday parties. We've had birthday parties
Sure.
out there, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun activities to do out there, for sure.
Yeah.
Good walking too.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what? If you were to go front and back, that's a pretty good hike.
Yeah.
And several do. You're right. Yeah.
So that's exciting. We've also got some other great parks that have got a lot for people to do too. And,
Right. You got
they're
Community Park
doing good.
and Riley's, and just a handful of nice places to take your family.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah. When you drive around and you see like people out walking and playing in the parks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is that exciting as a mayor to see all that?
It's to your point. They all get used, and they get used at times that I just don't think about, and that's great. I mean, that's what they're there for. And you're right. When I drive Market Street and see DePaul and Riley's Place have a lot of activity, and you think, well, this is Tuesday at 10, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
No.
That's
Right.
where they're at.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing, and we've got a lot of our constructions going. We're working on some.
Still, and I've said a lot. Well, just like I said, Elizabeth Street is soon to start. There's several little projects that I think are still in the hopper, and that we should do. And I have said a long time ago on this station with you, we have some growing pains, and I own that. But I do think the end result is far better. The Community Crossing Matching Grant, the CCMG as we call it, the Community Crossing Matching Grant process, we have been very fortunate at the City of Salem, applying for and receiving just time and time again, and that is huge dollars over time. Those are state dollars that are funded through an application process that we would not get a lot of this stuff done without. It's just not in our budget. And so the current open CCMG that we're working on is the Shelby Street section from Highway 56 West up to Bristol Street. They're behind the high school and the administration office.
Okay.
And so that is taking shape quite nicely. This is the 12th of July. I really think, and I don't want to overshoot the runway, I really think it'll be done before school, which was always the game plan.
Yeah, sure.
And so that'll help that school traffic. But that's just another section that marries up to where it left off there behind the high school. And so, those are things that are just great projects we enter into. You address curb and gutter, sidewalks, some utility relocates, just things that need to be done. And albeit it's only a few blocks at a time sometimes, but it's still very impactful.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And in that area, I can't wait to say that they started laying down the green, our turf for the football field.
Yes.
Is exciting.
Yes.
So that started, when they start rolling that out, that was so exciting.
Yes, there's been a small army over there.
Yes, they are. They're really kicking it.
Yeah.
And again, everybody's trying to get done before school,
Right.
and like you said, the buses will be rolling, and it's exciting time for sure. But it's cool when you go over there and you see all the things going on,
Yeah.
And that fixing that is going to be well, going to be an asset, wonderful. But it's kind of funny because when you talk to anybody that's done any construction in this community, they talk about the rock.
Yeah, the rock clause in the contract.
Yes, and so so I think you have to realize that they're battling some degree of difficulties there, and we do have several rocks area. So that project is underway for the road. We have the project of the football field, which is underway, which is moving along. Everything's going, and you see all these workers. They're really putting in the hours. They're really doing the time, and it's going to be awesome. And and then put a bow on it, for and be ready for the first day of school.
That's right. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And of course the elementary, we just
And-
talked
and
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot going on.
A lot going
Yeah.
on. All positive.
All positive.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for the community, you know.
Yeah.
And you see, and just like you're talking about, also like with the state, you know, the state has done some road projects in our community, and of course, you know, everybody thinks it's the county, but it's, you know, the state doing it, but it's awesome that the state would put money and invest money in our community. You got to look at it that way. I mean, they're putting, you know, nice money and they're giving it to us.
Right. Those dollars are allocated in such a way they don't have to come here.
Yeah.
You know, there's other locations, there's other wish lists, other infrastructure, and so you know, we're fortunate, and we want as many of those dollars as we can.
Absolutely. Well, and everything looks nice. You know, going down Main Street looks nice. Looks there was a lot of going on in that too.
Yep.
And we, you know, I think we learned how to drive. You know, it's really working on our driving. You know, on
Well,
how to
I think there's some truth to that. You understand now what the pedal on the left does.
Yes.
That's the brake.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And we didn't have too many people driving around backwards.
No.
I know you
it
were waiting for
happened.
Sally to do that.
Well,
Sally wanted to do that really bad, right?
I still think she will. Just give it time. But anyways, we did. We navigated just fine.
Yeah.
Got around.
And we survived.
Yeah.
And it looks
Right.
good. So,
Yeah.
Anything else that I'm missing as far as the city going on?
You know, that's the big things today. I think we covered about everything.
We hit most everything,
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
So, well, it's exciting, and I do appreciate you coming on. It's always nice to know, you know, what's going on. And again, reminding everybody, I believe it's next Tuesday for the Monon
At 10.
At 10
Mhm.
at Borden.
Yes.
Open to the public.
Yes.
And if you've got any questions or want to know a little more, that'd be a great opportunity to come and talk to them.
Yeah.
And they are
Mhm.
so good, easy to
Mhm.
talk with. They
Mhm.
will explain or any questions you have. So that'd be a great opportunity. So.
Right. Absolutely.
And we know that, you know, we're so close to Borden,
Mhm.
you know, Washington County and Borden, we're all just right there next to each other. It's our sister community. And
Sure.
it's nice to have everybody kind of blend and work together.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely is.
So that works
Yeah.
out good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like City of Salem's doing wonderful. But so now we're going to get to another. We're going to go down another pathway. Okay. All right. So the pathway. Here we go. The best foods to bring to every summer outing. Okay. We need to know. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. If you're going to the pool or to the beach, okay. Let's all. Okay. Erin, Justin, and Becky are heading to a pool or to the beach. What do you think? What are you going to pack for the best food?
Fruit.
See, I don't know. I don't equate that with food. I want to go to the beach, stay there a while, and then go out
Then
to
go
eat.
out to eat, yeah.
I've got that trained in my mind.
There
I
you
guess.
go.
You know,
I like the way you're thinking. I like that. A good seafood place.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
Right.
seafood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do, yeah.
But
I
I
was
thought we
gonna
had
say-
to bring the food.
That's
Well, I
just it.
know,
I
Mayor.
don't wanna-
Erin and I we're trying to bring the food. Okay, yeah.
Well, so just a sandwich. I mean,
I'm gonna give
I don't
Erin the
know.
points. Erin, you're gonna win this competition.
Okay.
Fresh
It's on.
fruit. Fresh fruit.
You just go.
Yeah, fresh fruit. Erin's gonna have to pack the lunches for us. Okay.
Yeah.
Erin, fresh fruit. Yeah, that's the number one for the pool or the beach. You know, keep that hydration.
Okay.
You know, a little bit of
Yeah.
snacking. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have trouble. I probably, and I'm gonna guess you do too. I don't want that touching the sand.
No.
I have trouble with that.
Right. It's just not that place to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
not, but
I can
anyway.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did eat, you know, we flipped our canoe in Blue River with Brent Miller, and I did eat that soggy sandwich. And I felt like I was on Survivor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I still have that thought in my head. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't know what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was a different mind thought, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. We're going to a national Major League Baseball park. What kind of food would we be eating?
Like hamburgers and hot dogs.
I would
Okay,
think.
Mayor, what do you say?
I think that's standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it says to bring like salty snacks like nuts and Chex Mix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and those big pretzels maybe. Like the salty, you know what I'm talking
The
about?
bread
huge,
pretzel.
Yeah.
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 Okay, all right. here we go. We're going to an outdoor concert. These are what's the best foods to bring to our summer outing. We're going to an outdoor concert.
I wouldn't think about taking food there.
Yeah, I usually eat at like the food trucks at concerts because you can't really bring much in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know what kind of concert we're going to, but it says go with a low maintenance food like a hoagie or a wrap.
Wow.
Check for restrictions on booze, but opt for canned wine instead of big glass bottles. So I don't think I'm with you. I don't think any concerts usually you're not even allowed to bring.
Don't think so. Yeah.
You have to have like a small clear purse and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's I don't know who's getting all this stuff. Who's bringing in a hoagie and booze? They'd have to be hiding the booze somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I did see someone try to sneak in. They made it look like an IV, but it was actually booze, you know? Yeah, I saw that one time. Yes.
Really?
Oh, people are very creative with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
Yeah.
Going to like music festivals
Yes.
and stuff, people have crazy stuff for alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit of, yeah. But I do want to say the professionals are on to you.
Mhm.
They're really, you will get busted, okay? This is,
I'm sure. Yes.
We're not telling you how to do it, okay? And, oh, I know. The one that took the cake was like a catheter, but it was booze. Yeah, that's,
Ugh.
it wasn't hooked up to anything.
Yeah.
But it,
There's still an image.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you work in healthcare, it's not a good one.
I just saw him say, it's still the image.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Okay. I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you to do it.
Right.
Okay. I'm just telling you. Okay, real quick. The most overplayed rock song at a sporting event.
We Will Rock You.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Nope. It looks like Crazy Train.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is. I think at most of the Salem Lions football games you'll hear.
Yeah.
Crazy Train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I think they do play that a lot. Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses. Seven Nation Army, The White Stripes, Crazy Train, Ozzy Osbourne, Thunderstruck, AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You do usually hear those.
yeah, definitely. I think, of course, going back to a Salem Lions game, and usually Back in Black. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, so, yeah, Back in Black, yeah. So, all right, there we go. All right, random facts for Friday, real quick. There's a team to remember the right word. There's a technique to remember the right word as you. I don't know. Okay, I haven't reread these. Okay, we're going to skip that one. Disney hasn't added a new country in Epcot Showcase since 1988 when they added Norway, but they have room for 6 more. Originally, Israel, Africa, Spain were supposed to be included, but they're cut. So, all right,
Yeah.
there we go. So
Okay.
a little bit of, for those Disney fanatics out there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, if you go to Epcot, have you been to Epcot?
Mhm.
Have you been to
Been
Epcot?
a long time.
Okay. Well, you go through the countries, and that's like, I'm not ever probably going to get to these countries, so that's the closest I've ever been. I always try to go in there and experience them because that's probably the closest I'm ever going to get, you know. But yeah. But anyway, but maybe they'll add some more. All right. So those are a little bit of random facts for Friday, little information. Mayor, thanks for coming in and getting us to know. And I know you're very busy, City Hall. We survived the 4th of July, and of course we know that it was an exciting time and had a little bit of rain, a lot going on
Yeah.
the 4th. But I think most people got to have their picnics
Yeah,
and celebrating.
By midday, it turned out to be a nice holiday.
Yeah, definitely. And so next, I guess, around the River Bend, people are gearing up, getting ready for their summer vacations, trying to get all
Yeah.
those in.
Yeah.
Outdoor activity, picnics.
Right.
We've got several areas in the community come picnic. For out of town people, please come over and have some picnics with us. Come and shop our stores and have some wonderful time in Salem. And of course, we welcome you for sure. And also gearing up, getting ready for school.
That's right. Be
And
here
those
for
school
you.
buses will be rolling on,
Yes, they will.
rolling in, and remember to make sure they take frequent stops. We'll do school bus safety before too long. So,
Good.
yeah. Keep up the great work, City Hall, Salem, the mayor of City of Salem. You could do a great job, and thank you for being so transparent and coming on the radio with us. And you don't tell me what to ask. You just whatever, you know what I mean, whatever, and I appreciate that. So
Wherever you
know what
want.
I mean? Yeah, and I
You bet.
appreciate that. That's very transparent, and just like Erin and I were talking about, for putting things on the table and new ideas and seeing if this will work better for our community. Yeah, so appreciate that.
You bet.
All right, Erin, keep up the great work. Salem Crossing, yes. Friday, right?
Yeah.
Friday, yes. Don't forget McDonald's, also the free Friday specials going on too at McDonald's. And they have that $5 meal deal too. Yeah. We've hit it a time or two. McDonald's, I'm loving it. All right, let's think. And also, have you tried the Papa John's new cheeseburger pizza?
I haven't. Riding the fence on that one.
Oh.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and yeah.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
2 thumbs up. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Very, very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's thank our sponsors this morning. Erin.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, let's have the best Friday ever. Thank you, guys.
If it's the first Tuesday of the month, then you know it's Customer Appreciation Day at our local Salem, Indiana Papa John's Pizza. Get a hand-tossed or a thin-crust large 2-topping pizza for only $6.99 the first Tuesday of every month. Use promo code CAD2022 when ordering online at papajohns.com. Or order 2 and get it delivered. Call 812-883-3369 or stop by the corner of Main and Hackleberry Streets for your hot, fresh pizza today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires you know to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through September 2nd, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $140 when you use your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Just in time for summer, the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza from Papa John's. Papa John's and Reese are diving into summer at the Salem store with sizzling beef, dill pickles, cheese, and burger sauce on a large pizza with the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza for only $9.99. Call Reese at the Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or order online and try these new creations today. And for something a little different, try the Bacon Cheesy Burger Bites for only $4.99. Or try the Cheesy Burger Papadilla for just $6.99. Call today, 812-883-3369 for your Salem Papa John's.
Welcome back to a brand new hour of the Rick and Bubba Show with Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, Bill Bubba Bussey, and Rick Burgess.
Here we go, 6 minutes past the hour. The gang's all here from the Big Boy Studio. Go. So we start a brand new hour, and we welcome the golden ticket seat guests today. They're all here, and Bubba, they're from everywhere. How many of you?
What have we got? The Elite 13?
Yeah, looks like 13 there.
Quick, add one more.
How many of you've never watched a show ever? This is your first time to be watching a show live? Okay.
Lots of them.
Yeah. How many of you have watched the show just never here? Okay. You saw it at the old studio. Anybody ever been here before? One. Okay, there we go.
Who doesn't want to be here?
Yeah. Who got drugged here, and you've been dreading this like a purple passion? So anyway, have you see a little lady right over here?
Yes.
See a little sweetie pie? Yeah. This little girl has got a custom-made bow in her hair that has the Rick and Bubba logo on it.
Are you
really?
serious?
Look at that. Come over and see it right
Look
there.
at that. I've been needing one of those for my hair.
So what is her name? Caroline. How old is Caroline? 6 years old.
From Green Bay, Alabama.
Yeah, and look, and so when I saw it, I thought to myself, my goodness, do we have that in the store?
We got to put that in the store.
And she said, no, we had that custom made.
That is cool.
So she looks so
awesome.
pretty. So they're from most everybody today. It seems like we've got Alabama and Mississippi. Kind of covers almost the whole room today. So they're from everywhere, and they brought some goodies today.
Oh,
Raise your hand if you brought goodies.
oh yeah.
Raise your hand if you did not. How does that feel? So anyway, but we tell each and every one of you these tickets are free, and unfortunately, most of the time you get what you pay for. So enjoy the day. Bubba, I know you're not allowed to say that. We'll let y'all spin the wheel of canned meat here in a minute. I know you're not allowed to say this. Do you know who Shelley Duvall is?
Shelley Duvall is a gosh.
She's that weird-looking actress.
Actress, right?
Greg, stop.
Why do you have to say that?
Stop.
That's a weird-looking actress.
Could have just said actress.
Y'all.
What's else? Pal.
Okay.
Because it's not good.
She's passed away, Greg.
Oh, well.
Yeah, 75 years old.
Thanks, Greg.
She was best known for her role in The Shining.
Yeah. And
Popeye.
which
Yeah.
she looked just like Olive Oyl.
Yeah, she did look like
They
Olive
didn't even
Oyl.
have to fix her up.
You had that role as soon as you walked in.
Yeah, I don't really know her.
Did you ever watch The Shining?
But I did
That's a
one
scary
time
movie.
as a teenager.
I hated that movie.
I
like
went
that.
ahead and moved off that one pretty quick.
Yeah. Did you know that Jack Nicholson's line "Here's Johnny" was an ad lib?
Really?
How about that? What about once they killed Scatman Carruthers? I was out.
Thanks, Greg.
That's a long haul.
So
That
she
scared
is
me.
75 years old, and she went on in. So there
I
you
hate
go.
that.
Did you ever watch the Popeye movie with Robin Williams?
Why did you bring this up?
Rick, I don't think I did. I thought that one was going to be a little too much. You know, Robin Williams was funny if you had him in the right role.
Sure,
for that.
absolutely.
But he kind of
You're with Greg,
he would
aren't you?
kind of burn on me over time.
So you're with Greg.
I could
Bubba's
deal with
being
him.
a lot nicer about
I could deal with him in movies. It's just in interviews that he drove.
Mrs.
crazy.
Doubtfire was good. I enjoyed that movie. Popeye was a little over the top.
Yeah, I did.
Did y'all like? He was making the rounds, an old video on Independence Day about when he was the flag at one of his live events. Did y'all ever watch that?
I saw that it came
I'm
by. I
sure it
didn't
got
watch
on my
it.
nerves.
It's old. Was it like when you were the flag?
No,
It's just it was a live audience, and he was talking to him like he was the American flag. It was
Now,
Was it the same script when you were the flag?
you did the same thing.
No,
You did, so y'all had the same
No,
bit.
no.
Do you remember when you were the flag? Can you remember
yeah.
any of the things
Did you
said?
end up pre-recording that, or did you read it?
I
live?
did.
That's
I did.
smart.
I
That
did
was
because I had a 4-star general looking over me, making sure
And plus, we heard the run through a few times.
We sure did.
and it was tough.
A lot of words that can get
Yeah.
pronounced wrong.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were retiring a flag. American Legion was, and putting up a new flag, and so.
Is this it?
I know
ceremony.
Greg's
Yes,
favorite.
it's really good.
Robin Williams
that's it.
character was Mork from Mork.
Oh my God!
I saw
Even
that
as
coming
a kid,
about.
I was a kid,
Greg,
I
that's
thought
the
that.
version. That's the version of I like the band song that was.
Well, that's he likes Miss Doubtfire too.
He picks out of the catalog
Yeah.
always something.
No, I
See,
thought
I
it was,
was
I didn't
young,
like.
I
I didn't
didn't
really
like
care about Mork from Mork.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Okay.
Well, again, if he'd have been on there about half the time, it would have been about right.
Got
You know?
tired of everybody going around saying nanu nanu and doing that weird handshake they do.
Bubba, do you know who Benji from Alf is?
Benji from Alf. No, I
that's
did
another
like.
show I
I did
refuse to
like
watch.
the show
I
Alf.
couldn't.
though. It
I
was
know,
funny.
Greg. You've been clear. It was puppet to human
Benji?
interaction. Benji
Was
from
that?
Alf.
He's a kid,
Was that
wasn't
one of the kids?
Said
I guess,
Benji's
right?
46 died. I don't know who that is.
No.
I didn't watch
It
Alf.
was the kid, yeah.
Greg didn't watch it because of the puppet to human interaction.
I don't like that.
The dad was Willie, because I remember Alf.
So you
going,
do
"Willie!"
remember? Okay, so I didn't watch that.
How was it?
And it was funny that they had to keep the house cat away from him because he liked the
I did
cat.
Now that I was all about that.
I was a kid, Greg. I liked the show.
You know how Alf
I
got
give you
there?
that.
You
See,
remember
I was
that?
grown.
I wanted an Alf.
Willie was a ham radio operator, and he zoomed in on his signal.
Oh my goodness! It always finds its way
It
back
does.
to him, doesn't it?
Well, it was just to show that was in the.
Does anybody desire to hear Robin Williams be the flag? Do y'all,
No.
do y'all want to do that?
It's a little lengthy, but,
No,
but you
okay,
can hear a
not
point.
as
No,
lengthy.
but you can hear how it starts.
I've never seen it. I'd like to see
Are
30
you-
seconds.
You could play the last 30 to 40 seconds of it.
20
when they-
seconds. That's about all I'm saying.
Is it as moving as Steve Harvey if he could introduce Jesus?
No, well, no.
No, that is a
I
good
mean,
one. I like
no,
that.
Is
no.
he in
This
like
is-
a weird voice? I'm sure.
Here we go.
Well,
He's
he's
being
the
serious.
flag.
He's overdoing it.
And the audience is trying to follow. He surprises them with this apparently, and they start following along. All of a sudden, it gets kind of serious towards the end.
Should I play the beginning and then skip to the end?
Maybe so. I don't know.
No way I can listen to all of it.
I'm the one that they're singing about. Yeah, I'm the Stars and Stripes forever. Star Spangled Banner. You can call me Old Glory, but let's just keep it simple. Just call me Flag. Oh, say, can you see? Okay.
Greg?
Oh, my.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, you probably don't recognize me. Say, who is that, Evel Knievel? No way. Yeah, you see, you can't recognize me because
I'm in my birthday suit.
Greg, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. We can't watch it.
I'm done.
Go to the end.
That's where I am.
He gets go to the end. He gets go to the end.
I can't do it.
Rick, you made me
we
sit through Biden calling Zelensky.
Go build shouldn't you build a shack somewhere?
At one point, he's going to do the feminine accent that he does. He's going to do that. He's going to do the
Russian.
Russian. He's going to do all that.
Right.
All right, he gets serious at the end. Here we go.
But when I'm like this, well,
he's on his knees.
That's not my favorite position because, well, that's half-mast. I don't mean to bum you out. I didn't come here to depress you, but I got to tell you something honestly. I haven't been getting out much lately. I guess it's not very chic to put up the flag anymore, you know. Muffin and I have a flag, but we haven't found it for very long. Hey, but look at it this way. Don't look at it as saluting me. Look at it as saluting yourselves. You know, hey, I'm just a flag, a symbol. You're the people. If I may say so from here, long may you wave.
That was good. I am crying right now, Speedy.
Yeah, he's crying.
I'm just saying his name came up, and it was just Independence Day, and that made the rounds on social
I think I'd rather the guy sing the Spider-Man Biden song again.
Actually, I don't want to say this. Greg sent that to me.
I think you should be the flag again and do it in different voices.
Thank you.
Throughout it.
Oh, now that you do a lot of
Greg, when he went to his version of Helium Boy, you were out.
He tried Helium Boy?
No, I'm just what you just heard.
That
little
you talking about?
little baby
Rick,
voice.
I did it. I can't.
You thought I did?
No, yeah, I did for a second.
Okay. Well, you're the man of 1,000 voices. You might as well try that one.
Him and Howie Mandel both go to that little boy voice.
Yes.
That drives me crazy. That kind of thing. That's it. That's it. Thank you, man of 1,000 voices.
Sure. If I were Greg.
Oh, hey, Greg.
We'll be back. More Rick and Bubba coming up right
I would say something funny than drink some coffee.
Yeah, drink the coffee.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
This July, as we celebrate the birth of our nation, it's important to reflect on the freedoms our forefathers fought for. AMAC is actively fighting to protect our freedoms. AMAC is the Association of Mature Citizens, and it's more than just a senior discount organization. You'll enjoy money-saving benefits, free Social Security and Medicare advice, and more. Get in on the election year special, 4 years for $30. Go to amac.us/bigbox. That's BIG, V as in voice, OX. Or go to rickandbubba.com for the link. If you're looking for deals, let me say you need to be shopping at mypillow.com/bigbox. They're having their $25 extravaganza sale. Premium Giza My Pillows are $25. My sandals, $25. Six-pack My Towel sets, $25. Percale bed sheets are $25. Beach towels are $25, and there's even more. Don't forget their delicious 100% Arabica organic coffee. Start your day at 50% off. Head to mypillow.com/bigbox. That's BIG, V as in voice, OX.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code EXTRA or text EXTRA to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code EXTRA.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You can be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text EXTRA to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited